this corona came from where? It came from Wuhan, isn't it? From China. So between you and them, who is more likely to bring coronavirus to this environment?
Hi guys, it's lilymutamztv, also known as Z, girl from Zambia. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so that each time I upload videos, you will be notified that Z posts a video. In this video, I will be talking about the Chinese cement plant in Zambia, Lusaka, Zambia. But before that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your support on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for more than 55,500 subscribers. I am so grateful. I just had 5,000 more subscribers on top of the 50,000 subscribers that I'm still celebrating, and you guys have shown me love all over the world, and I'm so grateful. Obviously, you might have seen my video where I was quite upset. I was emotionally upset. If you check the link down below, the video is about some workers on the copper belt in Zambia that are being quarantined by the Chinese mining company. It's a video that I want that should be seen by so many people, because I am the only channel that has exposed this type of detail. So please help me share that video. In this video, I will be talking about Mao's Sampa again. Our Lusaka mayor is really doing a tremendous job. I have said this in my previous videos, and I will continue saying this. If we can have more young leaders like him, Zambia will be a different place to be. The reason why we are talking about what the Chinese are doing to fellow Zambians is not to cause any form of negative relationship or let me say reaction or attitude towards the Chinese, but rather exposing the Zambian government officials that have been dealing with the Chinese and have given them the freedom. Because if in the first place they come into Zambia and say they are investors and they are given rules and regulations, this is how you treat our Zambian people, this is how much you pay our Zambian people, we wouldn't be talking about these issues today. We're literally showing you what the Chinese have been doing. We are showing you the freedom the Chinese have been given, the freedom of using their language on billboards in Zambia, the freedom of them using their language on billboards in their stores, on their price tags. I've been to Chinese restaurants in the UK. No Chinese menu is written in Chinese but in English. But in Zambia, we saw in the previous videos of how the Chinese are literally putting even price tags of everything in their language, where a Zambian cannot read. The only thing they can read is a telephone number. So please bear with us. We are here to show you what other people are scared of showing you, because some cadres in Zambia, we have cadres that can, do anything to people. They can attack you. And I will show you at the end of this video how cadres behave in Zambia. They literally storm into radio stations. They literally do anything they want without even asking you for your permission. They just do what they want. They have the power. They are the ones who help the politicians to be in power now. So they are very rough, very rude, and we are just here to expose that. Please bear with us. So I'll be reading something from Mao's Sampa, the mayor of Lusaka. And before I read that, I would like you to watch this video of where he went in Lusaka, and it is an exposure of what the Chinese have been doing and how they've been treating Zambian citizens, the conditions in which they are living in. The Chinese are saying that workers should not leave the premises because if they go and come back, they will bring in coronavirus. So they believe that Zambians have coronavirus. Now the question is, how do they know that Zambians have coronavirus? Are they bringing in the virus into the country? We don't know. But anyway, watch this video first and then we will talk more about the speech from the mayor.
You've been here for how long?
This is our second week.
Afternoon, how are you? How many sleep in here?
Six.
6. No social distancing. I didn't come. 6 in here.
2, yeah.
Huh?
2.
And this side, open there. Where are your Chinese bosses?
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
my name is Sampa, I'm the mayor of Lusaka.
Okay.
Your workers have called me that you don't allow them to go home. So I want to find out why you kept them for 2 weeks. And we've seen where they sleep. Why is that so? Why don't you allow them to knock off?
No, no, we're not allow them to go home because you know the corona issue.
The corona issue.
Yes, we need to take care of them and the country, you know.
How about their wives? Who take care of their wives? Don't you know it's wrong to stigmatize? You understand the word stigmatize? Someone who's not sick, and to keep them against their will. What happens if somebody knocks off?
What do you mean?
If somebody goes, what will you do to them?
Well, knock off.
Yeah.
Not look. Before we do that, we discuss with our
Please, yes.
Yeah.
And they signed.
Everything
Yes,
agree.
son, we agree.
Because we up their salary.
Did you get that approval from the Ministry of Labor?
I need funding from our manager. It's coming.
Did you get consent from the Minister of Labor? Anyway, it's illegal. Stop it. This corona came from where? It came from Wuhan, isn't it? From China. So between you and them, who is more likely to bring coronavirus to this environment?
The corona issue now is not.
Corona started in China, Wuhan. And in Zambia it came through Pakistan to here. Between you from China and the Zambian guy who works here from Garden Compound, who is more likely to bring coronavirus in this factory?
And first, the 2 cases is not from China. They're from France or from where?
Which one?
The first 2 cases.
And the first case in the world was from where?
Oh, you mean Zambia? In Zambia?
No. The whole world.
Oh, yeah, that is from. But
That's
you know,
from where?
you know,
Finish the sentence. From where?
yeah, America before that maybe they already, but they don't. They haven't to show the world.
The World Health Organization say the first case of coronavirus was coming from which country?
This I know. I don't know that.
I put it to you. It came from China, where it came from. It came from Wuhan. Stop it, it's slavery. You can't force somebody to leave their family and their wives and you lock them up in there. The way they are sleeping, there's no social distance. You put 6 people in one container. If one of them has it, they'll give it to the rest of the people there. It's wrong. It's slavery. Slavery finished in the world before you were born. Now you are bringing it. That's slavery. To get an adult to work for you and leave their family by force. And before they would whip them if they leave the field where they were planting cocoa and sugarcane. That's what you are doing.
But the greed is, you know, Zambia now is many cases.
You are the one who pays them. They will agree to anything.
Yes.
Huh? We are abusing them.
No.
I put it for you. Stop it. Release them now and let them come back tomorrow morning.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that.
I'll come and check tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
Don't be clever for nothing, Chinaman. Don't be clever for nothing.
No.
Not in this city.
Also, we are taking care of them.
No.
You know.
Taking care of them is not excuse to enslave them. How did I know? They called me. They whistleblowed. And all of you Chinese, I'm just from another factory where they're doing the same. Another factory where they're doing the same. Did you all meet and agree that's what you do? Tell whoever, tell everybody. I'm visiting them. And we want your money for investment, but respect Zambian people. Release those Zambians now. Give them money for taxi and let them come in the morning.
That's fine. Okay. Thank you.
The mayor of Lusaka wrote this. Disturbing, now proven occurrences at the Chinese-owned and managed Simona cement plant. This morning, we got a text from a brave whistleblower, a Zambian worker from the plant. Him and other over 100 black workers have been held hostage inside the factory and not allowed to go home because they can bring back coronavirus. They have been threatened with getting fired if they ever left the plant. The workers are made to stay at the cement plant. They're not allowed to leave. If they leave, they will lose their jobs. A Chinese doing that to Zambian citizens. Chinese-owned business doing that to Zambian citizens. Why? Because they have been given the freedom. Let's carry on. Our fact-finding mission later in the afternoon proved that indeed it's the factual position. Both the Zambian workers we spoke to and the Chinese supervisor we spoke to via a Zambian interpreter confirmed that COVID-19 is the reason they have been kept where they are and have not been allowed to go home after about 8 weeks, 2 to 3 months. Can you imagine that? That the Chinese business is keeping workers for 8 weeks. If you've seen my mining video, they've been kept for 4 weeks and they're even extending. They don't go home. They're not allowed to go home. And it's happening in Zambia, Africa. Honestly, this is a disgrace. These are the investors of Zambia. The investors that mistreat people. I remember commenting on a post before on social media. I was like, these are the investors of Zambia. And people were fighting me. But you see, if an investor comes to your country, how do they own a business 100% and pay their workers whatever they want? This is what is happening at the mining company, at the Chinese restaurant, at this Chinese plant for cement. This is what is happening. So the post carries on. The Chinese management and executives, in the meantime, are allowed to go home every night and come back the next morning. So they can go home and come back. There's nothing wrong because Chinese don't have coronavirus. And yet coronavirus started in China, in Wuhan. And yet they're the ones who are even bringing coronavirus to Africa because of the way they were over flooding Africa. Like I say, if you see the queue of the international airport of Zambia in Lusaka, Kenneth Kaunda Airport, the queue for Zambian citizens coming into the country is shorter. The queue for foreign nationals coming into the country is longer. It even goes up to outside, up to where we are coming from the plane. They even make 2-3 bays for them, just for them to queue up. It's that serious. Every day, Chinese people are coming into the country because they've told them this side, there's foolish people who will Just give them $100,000. They will give you land. Just bribe them. Tell them you have only 300. Give them so much. They will give you 3,000 hectares of land for you to do whatever you like. And the same ministers buy their girlfriends' cars, buy them land, and the girlfriends are posting on social media. Yesterday, a girlfriend to a minister posted how she has bought land, and yet we know that land is free. The other time she posted, I have a car, yet we know that minister bought for you, and the minister is married. Because they know they will sell their country to foreign nationals. I don't blame the Chinese, but I blame the selfish government leaders. I blame the selfish people who are in government right now that are only thinking of themselves. Let me tell you a brief history about Mao Sampa and why he is acting like this. Mao Sampa is one person that is passionate about Zambia. Now, a few years ago, he was a threat because he is one person that I would never be surprised if he becomes president tomorrow. You can see by his actions. And people have tried to put him down, say all sorts of things. He left the political party, the current government, went to another party, and he was made to suffer in Zambia. He lost nearly everything. He is now starting his life afresh when he came back to this political party and he was made the mayor of Lusaka. In this short period of him being a mayor, look at the changes that are taking place in Zambia. So you see that this is somebody who knows that the only way he could get rid of the Chinese is using his position. Otherwise, as an opposition, he didn't have the power. So now you understand how he is operating. He is operating very sharp and very smoothly, and I applaud him for that. Others will take bribes. Others will look at Zambian citizens suffer, but no, his conscience will not allow him. And Mao Sampa never grew up from a rich family. He has struggled to be where he is. He knows what poverty is, but because of his intelligence, he's a very sharp person. It has put him to where he is today. To the point whereby the country even knows Mao Sampa. I knew Mao Sampa in 2003 when he was dating someone I know. By then, he was just a manager of a bank. But to see him where he is now, I'm not surprised because every place he worked, he was always promoted. He was always this leader. And he is exhibiting that leadership. And we deserve to have more Mao Sampas in Zambia. So the post carries on by saying, I ordered them to release. So the mayor says he ordered the Chinese people to release the workers tonight, as you've seen even in the video, and allow them to go home and see their wives and children. Over 60% of the labor workforce at the plant are from our city, meaning Lusaka city, and the rest from Chongwe district, which is a bit further way out of Lusaka itself, and Kafue districts, which is also, they're a bit far. So if these ones, maybe they even stay there for 3 days, 4 days, it's understandable. And then they go home at weekends. But to keep them there for 3 months is so unfair. You know, especially when it comes to transport and everything. Sometimes Kafue, there's no transport. But having said that, they should even provide transport for their workers. It should even be a rule. When you have workers who work for you and live a bit further, provide them transport if they live somewhere. Let me just say this. Even if First Quantum Mines in Solwezi is owned by foreigners because they bought the mines, they look after their workers well. I believe they're Australians. They pick them up. They have hospital facilities. They give them lunch. We're talking about sausage and chips for lunch. They give them allowances, bonuses. If you are ill, you go to the private hospitals. How do I know this? My cousin who was burnt, by his ex-wife. It's a long story. It's a story for another day. I'll interview him one day. He has been hospitalized because he has 90 degrees burns. And they are being paid for, the operations are being paid for by First Quantum. That is how you treat workers. I don't know anybody who works for the mines in Kalumbila or in Solwezi that is complaining. Honestly, I don't think anybody is complaining because they are well looked after. That is what you call an investor. Not people being kept like dogs. Huh? What's this? If you see the video, it's down below, of the houses where they're being put to sleep on bricks. Huh? No mattress. Are they animals? People who are working for you, making you millions of dollars, and then you put the money in Bank of China. Bank of China in Zambia should be closed. You can see that the Zambian citizens are not benefiting. Yes, they have jobs, but what type of jobs are they? Somebody had commented about Dangote cement. We do have Dangote cement in Zambia. I'm not sure what's happening now. I'll get an update for you. But if you know, please comment down below. So the mayor added that I will cascade this anomaly to my ministers for further indulgence and reprimand if possible. Please, Mayor, I have sent you my video. Act on Kalulushi. That Chinese plant, mining plant, should be dealt with as well. Overwhelmed with this particular complaint of workers, he's overwhelmed with the way they're locked up in for months by various Chinese-owned companies. He's overwhelmed, meaning there are so many companies that are doing this. It took one person, and I would like to thank Movie TV for their boldness. Whilst other journalists, they want to be friends with ministers, with MPs, they want to act as if they know everybody. They're even scared to even talk about anything. Movie TV took the risk, and that video is what has made us to be where we are today, to be getting all these exposures. Because if we didn't have that video from Movie TV, we wouldn't be here talking about the Chinese. Our Zambian people would have suffered in silence. So thank you, Movie TV. God bless the honor of Movie TV, and carry on with your work. So the mayor has said, in the meantime, he's off to another whistleblower with the exact complaint along the airport road. These are the investors of Zambia that the president has promised. Even the late President Michael Chilufesata had said, we will bring the Chinese. This is how they are treating our people. The coronavirus has exposed a lot of things. And I am glad that the mayor has told this cement plant, Simona, to stop it. To stop allowing people to stay there and allow them to go home. How many more Chinese businesses are doing this? Many. Zambian youths, shine your eyes. Shine your eyes. This is your time to rise up, to protest, to talk about these things so that the government should know you are unhappy. You with degrees, you should be the ones even campaigning for these people. But you are sitting in your house waiting for a degree job. You have a job now. I have given you. Start going to these places. Start writing reports. If you are a law degree holder, you don't have a job. You have a job now. Start now. If you are a degree holder in accounting or finance and you don't have a job, you have a job now. Start calculating how much Zambians should be paid if a business makes $26 million or whatever a year. Start now. It's a girl, lilymutamztv, also known as Gelo Wapazed. See you on my next video. I love you guys.
That is one. So therefore, Shama leaders sworn seven UPND from the provincial leadership, district constituencies, wards and branches. Why Mabukashan was it? Leposha, Abanan was a Misetela, Bali, Ulukapi,
I'm quiet. Sir, I've got a situation in the studios, and this one is a private radio station and not a community radio station. And I've got youths here in the studios, and camera, come capture them. We've got youths. It's a paid for program. It's a paid for program. So what do you want, if I may ask?
Stop that program.
What? Okay, give us the money.
No problem.
No problem.
About the money.
What authority do you have for you to...
This is the time of coronavirus.
What?
It's not the time to bring the opposition leaders to come and say something about economy. There is time for them to come and talk about that. Not this time.
Who's doing campaigning here?
Oh, okay, what is he doing there? What is he doing there? Or what is he talking about?
Listen to him first. Listen to him first. And by the way, who gave the permit to bunch into my office? Who gave you the permit to bunch into my office? Who gave you the permit to bunch into my office in the first place? This is trespassing if you don't know. This is trespassing. This is trespassing. Give me the permit. Who gave you the permit to bunch into my office in the first place? That's something you should answer me. Who gave you the permit to come here? You pay the permit. Give me the permit.
Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button and follow me on all social media platforms. It's simply at lilymutamztv.